Hello there. Welcome back to my podcast, my second one of the day. Um, anyway, this is Ian talking to you regarding my podcast in relation to my book, Living with Mitochondria Against All Odds. Yeah, I was talking to you about going to the European Cup final in 2005 um, and all of that. But before I get back to that, let me just recall at the moment, my leg's still very painful. That is my good leg. If you've listened to my last couple of podcasts, I was saying that I'd ruptured my ligaments in my good leg. So at the moment, I'm using a transfer board to get in and out of bed, and it's extremely painful to put any weight through my leg. Um, so, um, so, so yeah. But we're still getting by, and we're still doing little bits, and we're going shopping, and we're still getting to the football, which is one of the important things to me. But yeah, let me get back to 2005. As I said, we got this bus up to the final from the fan park, and everyone was singing and cheering on this bus, and which took a couple of hours because the traffic in Istanbul was horrendous, and the Ataturk Stadium was in the middle of nowhere. Now, once we got into the final, we were 3-0 down by half time. And all the Liverpool fans were singing it during half time, we're going to win 4-3. And we were singing You'll Never Walk Alone, which, if people don't know, people aren't aware, that is Liverpool anthem, if you like. Well, it is the Liverpool anthem. And at the start of every game, we sing it, and hopefully it knocks the other team a little, to give us a slight advantage. But yeah, we were singing it all the way through half time and in the final, which hopefully inspired our players to come out in the second half. They pulled 3 goals back, and then for the next 60 minutes, the rest of the game and extra time, we really struggled, but we never conceded again. So it was down to penalties, and we beat AC Milan on penalties. So it was an amazing night, and the following night, the following day, I was only in Istanbul with one friend who'd been to the game most games with us that season. So during the following day, we just chilled out because we didn't get to bed till like early hours of the morning. So we that night we thought, oh, we'll just have a few beers in the hotel or whatever. So my mate went to the shop, and he came running back. He said, Ian said that they're in the street singing and dancing, and come on, let's get out there. So we went to this pub, and apparently they'd been showing the game earlier that night, and there were just congregated all the Liverpool fans, singing and chatting and stuff. So we had a few beers, and then we went back to the hotel. And then we did a bit of sightseeing the rest of the time that we were in Istanbul. And yeah, I remember walking around this museum, kind of wobbling all over the place, and one or two of the curators were following us around, thinking he's gonna fall on this priceless relic. And my heart, I think John's heart was in his mouth as well. That's my friend that was with me, thinking, oh no, we're gonna get fined for whatever he breaks. But thankfully, we didn't break anything. We went on an open tour bus of the city. It was quite funny. The day after we'd won the final, we were walking around Istanbul with our team colours on, with our shirts, that is, for anyone that isn't into football. We were walking around Istanbul with our team colours on, and everyone was coming up to us, shaking their hands, and like, we hadn't personally won anything, but obviously our team had. And yeah, it was crazy. So that was that, and everyone seemed to have all gone home after the Thursday, because we booked the holiday Saturday to Saturday. So everyone had seemed to have all disappeared after the Thursday. It was all fairly quiet in Istanbul and around, so we came back on Saturday, and I think we got back into London, and I don't think we could get back up to York. So we stayed, I think we booked another night. We stayed at the Amsterdam Hotel. That's what it was called. The Amsterdam Hotel in London, and then we just came back the following day. So this is my podcast in relation to my book, Living with Mitochondria Against All Odds. And it's showing that one, as well as being my autobiography, two, it's also showing that no matter what, if you're blind or you're in a wheelchair, like I am, in 2005 I wasn't in a wheelchair, but if you're blind and in a wheelchair, it's just showing that you can get on, do whatever you want to do, and get on in life. And hopefully I'm going canoeing in a few weeks. I'll be canoeing over the summer on a Wednesday night. I've just got to sort my knee out, because, as I was saying earlier, I can't weight bear at the minute. But I'm sure we may find a way around it. I've been in contact with the club. I generally only rejoin them most summers, and do things on the river with them, go up and down the river in a canoe. Usually have someone keeping an eye on me, because I don't like getting into fights with fishermen or other boats on the river, because I'll probably come off the worst, because I can't see what they're doing and where they are. But someone usually keeps an eye on me on the river. So if you've enjoyed this, and if you've enjoyed other podcasts, please get my book. It's still on Amazon, and it's Living with Mitochondria Against All Odds. My name's Ian, and I hope to speak to you very soon again about any other more adventures that are in the book, or anything that I've got coming up at the time. So I'll leave you all now, and please listen to this one and my other podcasts that I've done today, and look at the other podcasts that are on the channel, and look at the book. Anyway, goodbye for now. Goodbye.